bioplastics. It's a hybrid resin that replaces 50% or more of the petroleum that goes into plastic with renewable sources, and then they become 100% compostable and biodegradable. Basically, let me show you how it works. I'm just looking at this and trying to give you some sense of it. To make the plastic, you have a few things. You got starch from stuff like corn and tapioca and potatoes, things like that. That's a biomaterial. And they mix it up with other biomaterials, and then they mix it with something called PLA. It's basically a natural acid that comes from sugarcane or corn, and they put it all together, and it becomes these grains you see here. This becomes the product of this. Frederick Scher is the CEO of Cereplast. He's here to explain a little bit more.
Plastic, as you say, has a couple of challenges, which are, number one, it's made from one single feedstock, which is fossil fuels.
Yeah.
And bioplastics it's what we are doing. What we want to do is avoid that problem and try to make product from different kind of feedstocks. When we create 1 pound of polypropylene, which is a polyolefin,
yeah,
we are creating at the same time 3.14 kilos of carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
When we do create 1 pound or 1 kilo of our what I call biopropylene,
yeah,
we are basically creating only 1.70 kilo of carbon dioxide.
So
basically, we're reducing that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's known as bioplastic and has been hailed as a greener alternative. Some say prematurely. Either way, Brazil is hoping to see bioplastic go mainstream.
There are solutions which, in my view, should be applied in Brazil, given the economic boom here. We have more and more waste, and we need to reconsider the way we handle it.
In just a few months, these workers will be making a different product, degradable bioplastic. The hope that retailers and consumers can change their way of thinking.
It's normal in Brazil. Everyone's carrying plastic bags for everything they buy. And if we think of our future, recyclable bags are the future for Brazil, for our children, for the coming generations.
In Brazil, the use of non-biodegradable plastic bags is still unregulated.
It's very important because Brazil uses 17 billion plastic bags a year. If we lined that up, it would circle the globe 63 times.
The sticking point is the cost. Bioplastics are up to 300% more expensive than oil-based products. So for those praying for a plastics revolution, it could be a long wait.
Most plastic today is oil-based. Not only does it use 10% of our oil supply, it increases global warming and can take more than 1,000 years to degrade.
Plastics are everywhere. They're in landfills, they're in the ocean, they're floating around.
But corn can change all that. Plastic made from corn is different. It's biodegradable, carbon neutral, renewable, and even edible.
You're growing molecules out there, and we can arrange those molecules to be food or the plastic bag that the food comes in.
At a time where we're starting to talk very seriously about global warming, greenhouse gases, I believe that bioplastic are the great answer to the questions that we currently have.
The long chains of carbon molecules in the cornstarch are remarkably similar to the chains of carbon in oil-based plastics. Turning them into a plastic just takes a few secret ingredients, some citric acids, and some mixing. And bingo! You've got a long-chain polymer, the building block for plastic. Now these pellets of corn polymer can be melted and formed into all kinds of biodegradable plastic products.